Hello, everybody, and welcome into another exciting episode of Bloody Good Horror. My name's Eric, and I'll be your host for this evening, where we will be reviewing Dust Bunny. It's like a horror fantasy. Mads Mikkelsen's hair, whatever that guy's name is, you know. Joining me tonight, first up from Manhattan, New York City. Speaking of majestic hair, please welcome John Schnars to the show. Also of Germanic descent, as our boy.
We share Germanic lineage with each other.
That's right.
Anytime you start saying, you know, that guy, I'm like, which guy is he actually talking? There's a lot of guys in this movie. So.
Next up from Oakland, California, please welcome Rachel to the show.
What up, what up, what up?
And last up tonight from Indiana, please welcome Casey.
Hello.
We're back. Get excited.
We're back.
I need it to be more than like 7 degrees in the
Yeah.
Northeast. It's really goddamn brutal, honestly.
Dude, well, and Eric, I mean, I'm sure you've already been clocking this weekend is going to be in the negatives for you.
Again, yeah, we're getting the polar vortex.
Yeah.
Come to California, my friends. It is currently 63 degrees here at 5:30 p.m.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's why I'm so soft and will never survive any sort of apocalypse
Rachel,
scenario,
I'm not making
but-
this up. I went outside earlier and it was in the low 20s, and it
Horrendous.
felt refreshingly warm.
Yeah.
Dude, same. When we walked the kids to school this morning, I texted
I was like,
Suzanne,
oh, I got this. Yeah.
and I was just like, wow. Not
You
bad.
are a hardy people, you East Coasters.
Oh.
I tip my Diet Coke to you.
No one has ever said that about me, but thank you. Rachel.
Yeah, we hit it.
Hardier than
We
you
hit
think.
the balmy 30 yesterday, and I was out taking the trash out in my T-shirt, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, 30. Yeah, truly 30 does feel revelatory after what we've had. Yeah.
That is bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're barely surviving is the upshot of all that. But
Yeah.
here we are.
Well, at least we have some whimsy tonight, I
Yeah.
suppose.
We have a lot of
talk
whimsy
about.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep us warm.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break and talk about Dust Bunny.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. From the prime time. Main feature.
A lot of dust bunnies in my house, John. How about yours?
Not bad. There's some nooks and crannies with some.
Mm-hmm.
We have like places where there's extensive dust bunnies, but most of the apartment.
Do you guys have wood or carpet?
No, it's hardwood, and the building's over 100 years old. So,
I don't like carpet. It disgusts me, like of any kind. I don't want any carpet in my house.
but you have rugs, right?
No, I have nothing. I have hardwood.
When I was house hunting, there was this very creepy house we called the Barbarian House, but it was really more of a swingers house. And one of the features was downstairs in the garage. I think once was a garage. It was a carpeted mirrored room with a hot tub in the middle of it. And I was
I've
just
seen
like,
a carpeted room with a hot tub. I've seen one. Yeah.
it's upsetting. Like I
Gross.
feel spiritual mildew just looking at that.
Well, you're
It
just committing to
collects
changing
and
the
traps
carpet.
filth.
Yeah, like
you
you're
know?
changing that carpet.
And there
once
was a lot of
year.
filth in that room. I
Yeah.
am certain of that. I am certain.
All right,
Gross.
What?
it's not a dust bunny situation. That's
Oh,
a whole different kind of filth.
it's a
That's
metaphor.
a whole
John.
different kind of bunny.
It's a metaphor for the filth. John, please bring us the word of the day.
Eric, today's word is paracosm. That is P-A-R-A-C-O-S-M. Paracosm. Have you heard this word? Okay. I mean, I appreciate the applause, obviously. So, I'm going to read to you from the Wikipedia. I like this better. A paracosm is a detailed imaginary world thought generally to originate in childhood. The creator of a paracosm has a complex and deeply felt relationship with this subjective universe, which may incorporate real-world or imaginary characters and conventions.
Damn.
Yeah.
Schnars
Wow.
bringing the heat tonight.
So this was coined as a term by it is ascribed to Robert Silvey, first described by Robert Silvey, a British psychiatrist Stephen McKeith. The term paracosm was coined by, Ben Vincent, a participant in Sylvie's 1976 study and self-professed paracosmist.
Ooh.
Yes.
I understand why you were bummed that we canceled last week, because that is
Like
a better
when
word.
you get a humdinger of a word, and then we had to, put the show on the shelf.
A real
I-
humdinger, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Worthy of the phrase humdinger, paracosm. I gotta get that into an article this week. That is my new professional goal.
I'm here for when you need a word.
That's a
Rachel,
real
you let me
humdinger.
know.
John, tell me about Dust Bunny.
Yeah, Dust Bunny is we could say, directorial debut, feature film directorial debut of Brian Fuller. He both the writer and director here of Dust Bunny. So Brian Fuller, very well known to many and all, creator of Pushing Daisies. I believe he was the creator of Hannibal, or certainly sort of showrunner, one of the creative forces behind it. He apparently did 81 episodes as writer of Star Trek Voyager. Casey probably knew this. Star Trek
I actually
Discovery,
didn't.
65 episodes. He was the creator of Star Trek Discovery. So, just like a legendary showrunner and television creator. And this, at least my understanding is this is his sort of first feature film.
Yep.
So tells the story of, and sorry, I'm pulling up their names now. You get really two main characters here. You have Aurora, played by a youngin, Sophie Sloane, child. She is, when the film opens, we don't know this right out of the gate, but basically it's revealed that she's effectively an orphan and had been living with foster parents. The setup here is that she has a monster that lives under her bed. She lives in an apartment building, and down the street or down the hall from her is Mads Mikkelsen, who she sort of secretly follows one evening to confirm that he's an assassin or a hitman. She then approaches him to pay him to kill the monster who's living under her bed. And then, that relationship sort of evolves, and through their interactions is sort of revealed, first a bit about her being the orphan and having these foster parents. But there is this question of how much of the monster under the bed is in her head. Is it a paracosm, so to speak? Or is the monster real? And there's other monsters that are introduced throughout the film. So that's it. I guess we should say we also have David Dastmalchian.
Dalmatian.
Okay.
I refuse to say that anyway.
Sigourney Weaver.
I think he'd be
plays
okay with it, honestly.
The Dalmatian
Calling him
piece.
Dalmatian, yeah.
Look, professionally,
above.
I cannot be seen mispronouncing David's name. So, but Sigourney Weaver plays the Mads Mikkelsen handler. I don't know. There's some other people in the movie, but that's the setup.
I love it. Rachel, what'd you think?
Well, as you know, this is a movie that I enjoyed very much last year, and revisiting it did not change my opinion. It's such a weird and wildly original and imaginative film. I think it's lush, it's beautiful, and it's very, very Brian Fuller. If you've watched his career, this does not come as a huge shock in terms of the aesthetics and sort of the magical realism elements of it. This is a kind of movie that I think if I saw this as a kid, I know John and I disagree. This is child appropriate, but this would have blown my mind. And as an adult, it still very much strikes a lot of the nostalgia notes of the sort of the neural pathways that were carved by films like Labyrinth, Return to Oz, Never-Ending Story, these dark fairy tales that were, about something deeper and darker about the human condition. I think it does a great job of creating this very well realized and beautiful magical / dystopic world that is just so strange and filled with these bizarre, quirky characters that even though you don't get in depth with them, there's all this signaling that allows you to kind of understand, at least archetypically, who they are. It's admittedly a bizarre mashup of kind of a monster movie through the eyes and logic of a child and a crime thriller. But like, I don't know if that'll land for everyone. I actually don't know how everybody feels about this tonight, but for me it really worked because I think that juxtaposition is kind of the genius of this, and he absolutely commits completely to the bit. There's no knowing winks, there's no nods, there's no nudge like it expects you to accept the reality that it's presenting. And so like, I think that it kind of like stitches these things together. I'm also just like a sucker for like a lone wolf cub story. And I think the chemistry between our two leads is really. Oh, you're laughing at me. Listen, I got daddy trauma. Leave me alone.
No, what? Like,
It tugs at my heartstrings. Okay. I'm dead
Sure.
inside in a lot of ways, but this is one that always gets under my skin. And I think it's a very sweet monster movie, even though it's about child abuse, which, but like in the end, it's also about found family and the ways that like broken parts of ourselves, if we can like find the other piece that's broken in the same way, sometimes can be like very healing in chosen family. And it's gorgeous, guys. It's so pretty. Like every frame of this movie to me is so beautiful. The color palette, the texture, the design, the lighting. It just like to me, it brings the magic of a fairy tale forest into a urban setting in this like really bizarre and beautiful way. Yeah, I think emotionally this thing, like logic, maybe not always, but emotionally, I think it felt like a truth. There was a lot of truth in it to me. And I don't know. I just loved it. I loved it. All right. Bracing for everyone to tell me I'm crazy.
Rachel, just relax. You got your opinion. It's fine.
I do.
Casey?
I do. And I stand by it.
Well, Rachel shouldn't be too worried because I like this one a lot too, and for a lot of the same reasons. This movie looks amazing and it feels like a dream. And to me, that is the key to it. It feels like a dream and it feels like a fairy tale. This movie brought to mind to me a lot of movies like Stardust and Brazil, even if I think about it. Just the way that they drop us into this world and we're expected to accept it and live in it. And it is kind of the fantastical journey of this movie really brings me to mind of Stardust too, because it's a long fantastical journey as well, and there's just a lot of cool elements in here, and it is a crime thriller mixed with a monster movie told from the point of view from a kid. But the best thing that Fuller does is he doesn't really commit to one way or the other, and he leaves us guessing throughout whether it's going to be a crime thriller or a monster movie. There's points in this movie where I thought, okay, this is just going to be a crime thriller and the girl's just seeing it all wrong. And then things happen. It's like, oh no, this is a monster movie too. So there's a lot of back and forth in here. And I really appreciate that when especially in the day when we talk about this all the time, but a lot of the box office stuff that's coming out for us these days are following the formula, the slasher formula, the teen slasher formula and stuff. This isn't really following a formula, and I really appreciate that. And I thought the cast was awesome as well. Mads was great. The little girl that was the star of this movie was fantastic as well. The emotion that she carries to the screen through her big eyes is just amazing. And even Sigourney was awesome. And might I add, Sigourney looks fabulous for 77 years old.
It's not fair.
She really does. She really
I
I was like,
gonna
all
say it
right.
myself, but yes.
Yeah. I mean,
in.
kudos to her, and it's Sigourney Weaver, so she's great. So, just this is a good time all around, and it oddly, even the dark stuff that goes through, you could almost call it a feel good movie by the end of it too, with the final shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
John.
I could not get all the way to where you all got with this movie, I guess is the easiest way to say it. Man, I'm almost like where to start. To me, this movie is, and I say this both like in good and bad. It's Leon the Professional. It's almost like
yeah.
a remake,
Like
of Leon the
non-problematic
Professional.
version of it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, yes. But then if like Wes Anderson directed it, right?
How
like
dare you?
now,
1000% Wes Anderson vibes.
yeah,
in this.
no,
He
but
wishes.
I
He
think,
wishes.
But Casey's point about Terry Gilliam is actually right, like because it's got all of that,
Yeah.
and I'm not I actually the thing I know Brian Fuller from the most is actually Pushing Daisies. I think I only watched the first season, but I really like that show. I know, and knowing that show, nothing that I saw here was like, I wasn't like taken aback. It's a lot of style, like probably too much style. And fair. Look, Rachel, this is like, why everyone has different opinions. I guess for me, that one of the things that was a little surprising is that the world in the movie never really gets outside of the apartment building. It does, right? I know she follows him when he
Aside from the
fights
opening, then it gets smaller.
and
yeah.
they go visit Sigourney Weaver at the whatever tea house or whatever, wherever that is. But it's a fairly small film. Even if I were to play back the action, it's she tries to hire him and he doesn't really believe her, but then I guess it's the third act, but it feels like the whole second half of the film is really these assassins then show up and that's what's happening. And then the monster, really kind of comes in. All to say, I just had a hard time sort of really getting into this. With that being said, Mads is great. I thought the little girl was good. It's there's not even a problem there. It was I just felt like I wasn't connecting to it, and then by the time the action ramps up, we're basically at the end of the movie, and it just, I don't know. That was for me where I couldn't quite get there with it. It is a little bit. I know you were saying this maybe in a positive way, that it's it's a crime thriller, but it's also this fantasy. It's but it's also neither fish nor fowl at a certain level, and you're not. I don't know. I would have. I don't know. It just didn't quite all come together, I think, the way that I would have hoped.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of I don't think this is bad.
No, it looks great, to be clear.
I don't think it's for me. I do have some issues, but it's largely though it looks very pretty. I do always have a lot of respect for a film with I wouldn't say distinct, and I'll get to that part, but with at least a strong sense of visuals, and every outfit in this film is thought through, right? From a color perspective, and all of the, the church and that overhead shot in the church, and it's it's all very visually planned out, kind of every frame. I very much appreciate that in a film. And I think Mads Mikkelsen is great. I think that opening scene where he's slaying the dragon is pretty cool. I very much don't care for whatever this particular whimsical vibe is. In this way, I don't get it. It doesn't resonate with me. It's too cutesy and wink winky at the camera, when we're joking about her name, him and so then the problem is, so the other part, so I didn't connect with that part with the two of them. So then you're okay, it's also an action movie. Sorry. There's basically three main action scenes, but then there's such a long stretch between the second and third one where it's this other sort of movie that I was I think what I'm getting at, John, is your thing about fish nor fowl.
The
other, no, I was gonna say.
Sorry,
The
I
only
didn't
I'll
know
say
if
is
you were
just
taking a break while you took a drink. Sorry.
I'm coughing. I'm choking, John. Rachel's putting a hex on me as we speak. You can't see it, but she's got a
Dear
little voodoo
Etsy
doll.
wish.
She's sticking it. Yeah. She's texting with an Etsy wish.
Hex.
I do think by the, this is gonna be a backhanded compliment, by the standards of modern film, I do think that this is pretty and looks nice. I think all modern filmmakers, including, we were just talking about Del Toro, including a lot of the masters who do come from a more old school, everything they fucking make now, it's all CG, it's all weirdly oversaturated colors, and always this really thin depth of field where everything is blurry in the frame, and the result is just nothing feels real. And I think they're kind of going for that here too.
Yeah,
Like,
that feels super
Oh, yeah.
intentional in this
yes,
film.
I don't
Yeah.
like it. So it's fine. I get that it's intentional. Where like I would never compare it to something like Labyrinth, because Labyrinth is a film where everything is practically done. And so yes, it's a fantastical world, and in a similar way we're just expected to go along with it. But it feels real because it actually is on some level. Like it's a physical world she's in, even though we're using like camera tricks and stuff. I just think modern fantasy films, I think this is very in line with a lot of modern fantasy. I think modern fantasy films are like hot garbage, and they've lost something. There's something with the use of CGI and the way that it's done now that feels, it's very hard for me to get
Are
into.
we even making? What are the other fantasy films? I was like trying to think. I'm like, what's another one recently?
I would go so far as to
Yeah.
say Lord of the Rings, John.
Oh,
Like-
well, all right. It's not that recent.
No, but it's
Yeah.
all everything since then has been all CG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all
Fair.
it's all Game of Thronesy, like.
But again,
gritty
I just-
realism.
I do want to say, like, I
well,
don't
fair.
think this is bad. It's just not for me, and it is just like a kind of a thing that it's just not my thing.
Can we do
fair.
the R rating piece just right off the top? Because I honestly,
This is R?
was-
That surprises me.
Hold on. No.
Thank you.
Hold on. Eric. So
What
I
makes
went
it
into
R?
this. Well, because we were having this debate or having this
Yeah.
conversation, and I was asking Rachel and Casey who had seen it. I was like, "Can I show this? Can I watch this with my kids?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." So like, I went into it, and then I decided not to because whatever. But
I
went
said with
into it.
Jim Bob, to be fair.
Well, yeah, you're right. But I went into it and I was like, all right, let me like evaluate like why because I
forgot we
went
used to
into
call him
my
Jim
rate. There's like a whole like the violence is actually like pretty violent, and a lot of the action.
There's like no blood in this
There's
movie.
guns.
There's a whole scene where he's dismembering a corpse in the bathroom.
That is true.
No.
Okay.
You are
all right.
seeing him like hold body parts. Like, look,
I'll
I
I'll
guess.
accept that.
I mean, like you
stuff,
see
but-
brown wrap paper that you see at a butcher shop, but I mean, you're
Well,
not seeing him, and they're like,
It didn't bother the little girl he's with.
it
Yeah.
called into question.
I can
whether
100%
Rachel
though
understands what's
picture
appropriate for a
my because my
7-year-old.
kids would be like, "What are they doing? What is he doing?" And I have to be like,
Yeah, it's like don't worry about
I
it.
feel like when we were kids, like the stuff we watched was equivalent of this.
"Rachel, kids are much more."
That may
fragile
be
these days."
true, but
That-
you know
that's
what?
part of
Toughen
it.
them up then.
It's not the
give them
same
some of
standard.
that good Gen X energy. They need it.
But like Rachel,
Um,
I did watch like Gremlins with my 9-year-old, and like totally fine. Like because it's like, but this is,
Gremlin
like,
in the
hit-
blender, Gremlin exploding. I would argue that's much gorier on screen than this.
But it's people killing people is a different thing. That's where it like gets to be rated R. There's also some
I
language
guess.
in this movie, which is like a separate thing.
Was
you know,
there?
but There's definitely like there are people killing each other and like yelling. It's yeah. But
Yelling.
I don't know. No, but like the
I'm
like,
not a parent, so you do you, boo.
the
I didn't think it was
creature-
that bad.
No, the creature stuff would have been totally fine. It really was the fact that there's like it's like Hitman violence. You know, it's like at a certain point you're like, okay, well, but what the place I was going to go with that is like it is baffling to me that they didn't just try to tone it down even a little bit because I do think this movie did not perform in the theater. I don't know if you guys looked at the numbers. And like I'm actually curious because I didn't get a chance to read. I assume it must have basically been buried because it didn't even
It
get
came at
really
a
a wide
super
release.
weird time. It was like really hard, like because we talked about covering it, but it was like
December.
right
It
at
was,
the
like,
end
first
of the
week
year.
December. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also only went to like 400 screens, so it didn't even go super wide. But I actually think it like the chance for this thing to work commercially would have been to have it be like more of like in that not family fantasy thing, but like get it to a level where it's like parents can take your kids. Like this is Gremlins, or it is like what you know.
I just
don't know,
wonder
think it-
how much, based on the way that you're talking about this, like how much would have to be
Yeah,
cut. Like
well,
that
that's-
entire third act is gone.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
It's not a. It's no longer a
it's
functioning
a different
film.
movie. You're right.
Yeah.
It is probably a different film at a certain level. But then you're like, did they really think this was like when you're reading the script? You had to be like, if this is rated R, there's no way this works the way. I don't know. So But yeah, I don't know. It's a wild thing, and it's cool because it is very original, or it's doing something very original. But yeah, tough.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do like David
I mean,
Dalmatian.
He
I
doesn't
wonder
get
if-
that much to do. It's like whatever.
He's a fun watch. He comes in the end though. He's pretty. He gets
I
some
love
a
him.
chance to ham it up at the end.
I adore him. Anything he shows up in, I'm always delighted. He always is kind of the highlight of whatever he's in because he understands camp in a way that
And-
not everybody
Yes,
does.
and it reminded me that he's been cast as M. Bison in the Street Fighter movie. And
Oh my
I'm
God,
so
bring it
fucking
on.
pumped for that.
Yes. It's so excited.
I didn't know that.
John,
excited.
look up the cast of the Street Fighter movie. It's an absolute fever dream that you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stand
I mean,
by.
he has had the nerd's ultimate career. Like,
Oh, yeah.
if you were a nerd growing up, like, you wanted to have David Dalmatian's career. He's like,
It just
in
made me think about how much I
Marvel
love
movie,
that
DC
first Street
movies,
Fighter
Star
movie.
Wars. Like,
Like, John, did you know that first Street Fighter movie, playing M. Bison, was the last thing Raul Julia did before he died?
that's sad.
I did know that actually. Yeah.
That's sad.
You know.
No, I mean, so here's the thing. Going back to your point though, John, I wonder if we're trying to make this a kids movie because it does touch on nostalgia, but I don't know that. I think it was kind of made for adults, but to touch of like Robert
It's
or
rated
Ryan
R. I
might argue
Fuller's
that.
age.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Okay. Yeah, it's rated R. Yeah.
It's rated R. It was made for adults for sure. And you're right.
Yeah.
I do,
Fair.
It's like it is hitting Gen X, elder millennial nostalgia.
You know what movie I thought of with this, like, stylistically? This is
Hmm.
gonna sound weird. This is one of those weird Eric analogies, but reminded me of Amelie.
Oh,
in
100%.
in the way that
Yeah.
movie sort of paints the city as a fantastical place, and it's also all this like classical architecture and
all the Art Nouveau kind of
whimsy
stuff
and-
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I also was getting sort of like Lost City of Children,
Yeah.
all of
or,
those
like,
kinds of.
I always
like,
bring
very,
up I always bring up Delicatessen, which was another
Yeah.
Is that
something
same
French
director? It
about
might
it.
be.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I
Oh,
can't
I
remember
didn't know
his
that. Interesting.
Didn't he
We don't
also
usually-
do Alien 4?
I didn't know that, or I've forgotten since the last time you guys told me that.
We don't talk about it here on here much, but I think the costumes in this movie are amazing and helped add to that feeling too.
Yeah, yeah. I
In a big
heartily
way.
agree.
Yeah.
Everything about it is such a it's there's such an artistry to the mixing and the mashing of patterns. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
the costuming speaks very much to the characters themselves and are a big part of the like sketching of these characters in like shorthand, but also the way that they like either contrast or blend with the background, like literally in the case of one of the hitmen, it's
Yeah.
all very thought out, like you said, Eric, and really, really beautiful. There is an artistry to it. I want to live in this apartment building. I want to be this apartment building. I want to exist as this apartment building. It is so fucking beautiful. I cannot take it. It is everything I want in life, just like pure maximalism, like Art Nouveau. Ugh.
It was.
I
It
love
was very large too. Very spacious. As an
Yeah.
apartment dweller myself, you know, I can comment.
You could appreciate the square footage
The
and the
elevator
beautiful
seemed
hardwood
slow.
floors.
Yeah. The elevator was very slow, but you know that's.
Yeah, but you want to be in so. It's so pretty. Who cares? Did you consider it a vacation?
Yeah, yeah. My vacation in the elevator while I
Yeah.
go to work.
I mean, that's what I can afford right now. So give me a pretty elevator.
Yeah. But some of those costumes too, like the social worker who is played by Sheila Atom, Brenda. I like her costumes, and she'd walk into a room, it just commands your attention. You can't look away.
Yeah.
No, it
Like one of the
was.
best compliments you've ever given me, Casey, is after you watched this and you texted me and said, "You imagine that's what I was like as a little girl." I was like, "God, I wish." She's
Yeah.
so cool.
It was the shot, it was specifically the shot of Aurora sitting in the church with the
Getting
scarf,
ready to
headscarf, and the cat's eye glasses.
You're more
Yeah.
accurate than you think.
Here, can I ask a meta question that I was actually thinking about when I was, getting ready for the show tonight? So Brian Fuller, like, extensive TV career. before pivoting now, or not pivoting, because I mean, unless again, and I haven't done the research, is like, does he have another film coming? Like, or is he? It seems like maybe he's going back. Casey, you mentioned Pushing Daisies might be coming back.
Yeah.
Who are the other sort of like major TV showrunners that did this? Like, I was trying to think, like J.J. Abrams, like he was
Yes.
TV for a long, long time. I was trying
Felicity.
to think. Like,
What about
Ever see that
Damon
show, Jim?
Lindelof?
yes. Yeah. Lindelof, has he done film?
I don't know. That's what I was checking.
Maybe as a
Yeah, I mean, I
producer.
associate him with TV.
But as a
Now-
director, it's like a whole, like who has
Yeah.
gone from like TV writer, showrunner, maybe, I guess, and again, maybe Fuller directed some.
Lately,
things,
it's
sure.
well, it's weird now because everything.
I was thinking
Blends
Watchmen,
together.
but he did the TV series, not the movie.
And it's a totally different thing now. Like,
It's a different landscape.
because,
yeah.
well, like the Duffer Brothers are going to now go and make films at Warner Brothers. Like, you could almost argue they've been making Stranger Things movies at Netflix for however, like, I know it's a show, it's a different thing. But like a writer slash showrunner like Fuller, who's done hundreds of episodes of TV, that is just like very different to me, at least. So I don't know. I'm sure it's one of those things like someone who's much more steeped in the history of TV would be like, the guy who created I Love Lucy went on to direct all these famous movies you're not thinking about. So, but it's
I was
not
wondering
as common.
about the Game of Thrones guys, but like I know they tried to do that pivot, but I'm like looking at their body of work to see if they did. It looks like they did some movies like X-Men Wolverine before then.
Wolverine, that was a good one.
I didn't know Fuller did Dead Like Me. That was a good one too.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is I've seen a lot. Everything he does is kind of it's off kilter and has this very particular sense of humor to it, except for Star Trek Discovery, which was very serious.
Yeah.
And I think
Is
here he's
Hannibal
kind of
funny?
unleashed. Yeah,
It has
darkly
its
I have
funny.
never watched Hannibal.
Have you never? Oh, John, don't watch
okay,
it with your kids. That is not family friendly, but it is excellent. It's so good. I can't believe what he got. Here's the thing: is I can't believe what he got away with on TV. It is one of the goriest things I've ever seen. I cannot believe it was on like network television. But it's brilliant and it's very darkly funny. And
It's
then he
been on
was
my
doing
like,
that
hit list, but
Friday the 13th TV show, but he is no longer. That moved on.
oh boy,
The one that he was
okay.
working with
Yeah,
A24 on that.
Crystal Lake. Isn't that what
Yes.
they were calling it? I don't know if that was the official name, but
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think he's someone who has a very specific vision and will leave a project if it is not to his like creative agenda. And this movie, he kind of got to be unleashed with it. I'm excited to see what he does next. I hope that he has. I mean, like you said, the box office was not great, but he's still Brian Fuller. He's still made a lot of very successful things. I have hopes that perhaps he'll do more in this space. I like going into he makes these very like these kaleidoscopic worlds full of very strange and quirky and whimsical people. Like I want to go to there. So I'm on board with it. I do think this has a strong flavor, so that's why when I came into this,
yeah.
I didn't know where people were going to land because I think it's like cilantro. Like you're either all in or you're all out. So
I'm just
is
kind of
not-
mid on cilantro.
really?
Not a fan.
No, well, the thing with
love it.
cilantro is a lot of people like are actually like it tastes like soap to them, right? There's like a genetic thing.
But
It's
my
fine.
point is like,
Yeah,
like
it's
it
fine.
has a strong flavor that people have strong feelings about. Shall
No,
I
no,
pick a different flavor?
I take your point.
Does the metaphor not work? Do we must
holding
we
up
be
great.
pedantic?
It's holding up great. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, it
Durian.
looks like
How about that?
He's currently writing Christine, which I assume is
interesting.
I mean, that's the Stephen King Christine. It says.
Has
Option,
anyone checked on Mike Flanagan?
Well, Flanagan. I mean, maybe he's writing with him. I don't
I
know.
read some of that book. It's another in a long line of Stephen King books I tried to read and couldn't stay
DNF'd.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
I really
that's-
tried, guys. I tried multiple times. I just can't do it.
I believe.
Yeah.
We're talking about how great all of Fuller's stuff is, but he also did the Mockingbird Lane.
Oh right, which was just a pilot. Like they put
Yeah.
up the pilot. Yeah.
Oh,
That was-
like a
what was that
remake,
again?
It was the modern
Munsters.
remake of the Munsters.
Right. But like dark or something.
Yeah.
It had, like,
with Jerry
Eddie Izzard.
O'Connell. Yeah.
Oh, Jerry. Yeah,
Jerry
yeah.
O'Connell, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. And Portia, I think Portia, what's her face? Was it
Portia
DeRossi?
de Rossi, yeah.
Okay. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
It's all blending with the burbs.
So he had a couple stinkers.
I thought the monster looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's
I
like
love the
a
monster.
lot of it is CGI, but it also they had a giant practical monster that ate people. Like there was one that when they were shooting people getting eaten, that was like a practical,
Well, you know
and then
what,
they
Rachel,
put some
like-
CGI on top of it.
Weird. This is gonna sound weird, but the monster. I mean, like, okay, I would like to see things practical where possible, but if you're gonna have something that's not practical, like, I get that sometimes it has to be the monster. You know why? Because like there are no monsters in real life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think what gets me is when all the sets and the backgrounds and like everything is fucking CG.
Good.
Show you
But
3
the-
million pages that will.
See, I was also okay with the CGI monster in this too, though, because they follow the old school monster rules in this movie, which I appreciate.
It's pretty out of sight for most. Yeah, I get.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You don't see it.
I mean,
till
I
the
love
end.
the child logic, like the stay out, the floor is lava rules, things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was fun. Mm-hmm. And but, yeah, like even when the monster would appear, like the way he used that kind of parquet wood floor, just the effects of that and watching it ripple
No,
and everything was great.
I googled this Brian Fuller fella. He does look like somebody that would make whimsical things.
Yeah,
He's great. I like Brian.
That wasn't an insult.
okay.
He's an interesting looking gentleman.
I thought he looked a little like Andy Sambergish.
Do we think Mads Mikkelsen's hair is real?
Yes.
Why?
We
Yeah,
do.
like, why would you question this?
I think it's legit.
It's rare for a man of his age to have a full, thick, lustrous head of hair, John, and it's Hollywood, so I always question it.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think
I'm
he has
getting-
plugs, but
Well,
it
you
has
could
never
color him,
pinged
maybe.
my highly attuned hairpiece.
it's just so like it's so there. You know what I mean?
If
That's
you
what
look
makes
at, like,
me-
It's
but
so
his
full of
second guess.
calyx, though. Like, and that usually you get a perfect hairline with a
Interesting.
fakety fake. You know what I mean? As a cowlick haver myself, I recognize the struggle.
He's quite gray, like in real
Yeah.
life. Like, if you look at just a regular picture of him.
So what you're saying, Eric, is at his advanced age, you expect him to have my giant forehead.
or mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I feel like Eric's giant forehead is a level
Yeah.
up. Casey.
Everything in Hollywood is fake.
Fair.
So
I
I always
mean-
have to question.
All right, Eric.
I mean, he's also like European and like largely works there. So
Sorry
maybe
to besmirch your people, John, but let's be real.
Germanic hairlines under attack
That's right.
on BGH tonight.
look. Some of us.
Now I'm
remain all
pulling up
natural.
pictures because I gotta
Should I
look at
Google
this.
that
Yeah.
German prince again, John?
I just assumed his hair was, an influence by German techno bands like Kraftwerk. It seemed like something along those lines.
It's
He is
legit
handsome.
to me.
Handsome fella.
And you can tell because he looks quite different than when he's wearing a hairpiece. Although I do wonder if maybe he's had a little pluggage right there,
Oh.
right there, a little pluggage.
I'm just
Not in this
saying.
picture. This is from Hannibal, so this is a few years ago.
There's a
This could
certain
be
class. There's
an
a certain
area of
class of
suspicion.
Hollywood guys where like, you can tell it started going at some point and then it stopped. So
guys.
either they got like just plugs in the front, or they released on
Rogaine.
Pisha or Rogaine or like.
I mean, that
whatever,
could
right?
be, but he also has it brushed forward, so maybe not. Maybe not.
Just saying.
Maybe-
I'm
Like,
just out here
this is
asking
already
questions.
more time than I've ever spent thinking about a man's hairline.
well,
spent a lot of
you
time
know,
thinking
this is
about
an
hair,
an
John.
evolution. All right.
Yeah.
Your hair privilege, John. You don't need to think about it. It's just there when you wake up.
Eric, I never take it for granted. I want you to know.
Good. I'm glad. Glad to hear that. I'm beard privileged, John. You are not.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
I am.
Some of us
no,
have
no,
some
I am
things. Others don't.
absolutely not.
So there you go.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet is the director of Delicatessen, Amelie, City of Lost Children, so forth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is he also the director of Alien 4, or did I make that up?
I don't think, but there was an Alien 4 director
Alien
that got
4.
replaced.
Alien
or was that the third
Resurrection.
one that I'm getting confused about?
Because I
Oh,
know
no,
it was
you're
a
right.
very
He did right before Amelie. That was the film. he
yeah.
did.
Okay, I thought so because
Yeah.
like it has because of the Ron Perlman of
Jean Pierre Jeunet.
Yeah.
It says.
Right. Yeah.
Jeanette.
City of Lost Children, 95. Alien Resurrection, 97. Amelie, 2001.
It's
That's
a
a run right
very moist movie. Very wet.
I've never seen Resurrection.
I mean,
definitely have
honestly,
seen it, but
it's fine. You don't need to. It's fine.
Well, but I like maybe is it one of the like a lot of people have like 3 is a hot mess. I've seen 3. There's a
I
lot
have
of like
feelings about 3. I have thoughts and
there's a
feelings
lot
about
of
3.
like retconning of 3 and its quality, and I can 100% understand why it's interesting because it was doing something different. But like just on an objective filmmaking level, it's a fucking mess. Like it was very
Which
clearly
cut?
made.
They
It was
replaced the
very
director,
clearly
right?
well. This is my point. It was very clearly made from like multiple scripts and reshoots and like the whatever I saw, which was probably just the original theatrical or whatever.
Yeah,
is a
the
mess.
theatrical is a mess.
And
It's
the
like,
love story
yeah.
with her and Charles Dance. It's just, but there is undoubtedly interesting shit happening in it, and the setting is amazing. But yeah, it's a mess. Like it's okay. What I'm saying is, John, I'm going on a tangent. Here.
I'm
This is
just
what I really care
responding to
about.
Rachel's.
It's okay.
Haterade.
I do love the idea. I do love. Let's revisit movies 20, 30 years later because like what we do on this show, it's impossible to like review something without being in the moment of like what's the moment in cinema and what is our knowledge at the time. You revisit something in a vacuum in 20, 30 years, like of course you're going to have a different view on it. That's a really beautiful thing about art. What I implore people on the internet to do is to have nuance. Like just because we're gonna reevaluate something doesn't mean it goes from a piece of shit to the greatest fucking thing ever made. There's levels to this, John. Like there's levels in between. Alien
I
3
don't
can
know
be
who
an
you're even
interesting
talking about
film.
at this point.
Somebody I put on Twitter probably 15 years ago. Like
one Twitter person that I read.
Alien 3 can be an interesting film without being brilliant. Is
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
yeah.
John.
That's fair. That is fair. I think it is unfairly maligned,
It
especially.
can be like,
when you
oh,
watch
we
the
really wrote
director's
this
cut,
off.
but-
Like, there's some cool things in here. It doesn't have to be like the greatest things in sliced bread.
But sorry,
There's-
just
there's-
remind me. So Fincher's credited as the director. Who was?
Yes.
There was somebody that got taken out. Like who
Fincher.
was it?
Fincher
Oh.
got pulled off of it,
And that
they
wasn't
brought in
his
someone
first
else.
feature or something.
It is one of the most storied and like disastrous productions in the history of Hollywood. You could write an entire book on what happened behind the scenes on that.
I'm sure there are.
Someone
there are books
should.
on it.
That would be.
Yeah, there's like 5,000 documentaries, but you know what I'm saying is like it is famously a broken behind the scenes situation. It was his first feature. He had been a music director, and like the powers that be were like trying to get their claws into it. But if you go and you watch his original cut, it is an imperfect film, like you said, nuance.
Right.
But it's also a very interesting movie. Very
Well,
interesting.
yeah, there's like the whole like religion that the like prison colony people are doing.
Yes.
It's-
There's much
it's-
more about the cult of what's happening on the
Yeah.
prison planet. There's a lot more like there's so many thematic and interesting things that are happening in this movie that just they like cut because they cut so much of it out. You don't really get to explore it, but I like to think of it as a fanfic because I don't like to think that all of my characters that I loved at the end of Aliens are immediately dead, and seeing Bishop's head bums me the fuck out. But I still have kind of a side. I will go up for that movie in a way that probably surprises people.
That was a great aside. Good work, guys.
So anyway, never seen Resurrection,
But
Yeah.
but I have seen that clip with Sigourney Weaver throwing that basketball shot like 4,000 times. That raw clip.
legit.
Like,
She
where
did that
she hits
shit.
it on the first take or whatever. Or no, it wasn't the first take, was it?
no, she was just like
No.
like it just the day was going on and she was just like
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it
yeah.
and threw it over her shoulder and it was like whew. Because she's amazing.
I do want to know more about this whole little Hitman world that's going on at Dust Money. I want to know like who Sigourney works for and what the org is and what else they got going on.
Casey, there's a set of films called the John Wick films.
Yeah.
It's very wiki. Yeah.
They're doing the whole thing.
I
This
know.
is like a watered down version of that. That was
It is
another
very
thing where I was
wiki.
like, all right, like I've seen this movie.
Even the John Wick movies are like, all right.
No, well, by the
I
it's
get
like
it.
they get so convoluted. It's you're just like
I
okay,
fucking get it,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, I mean, I still love them, and the shooting and the fighting is.
I think I've seen 3. I don't think I saw 4.
Oh, the fourth one's great.
Yeah, it's good.
Have you watched Ballerina
They're-
yet? I have not. But
They're great
I need
movies to
to.
just turn your brain off to, you know, and I can appreciate that.
I didn't love Ballerina quite as much.
All right. Would you recommend Dust Bunny, Rachel,
Of course.
Casey,
Yes.
Jonathan?
No.
It's a no for me, dog. All right. Let's take a quick break and do some fan mail.
Send feedback to info@bloodygoodhorror.com or on Twitter using hashtag AskPGH. Join Patreon to get back episodes and much more. Patreon.com/bloodygoodhorror.
And we're back. I was looking to see if we had any emails, John, but I don't see any.
Oh.
We did get some comments though. BGH fans hanging out in the chat. A lot of congratulations for Casey.
Yeah.
Has
Thank
a
you.
lot of
Thank
good
you.
things going on right now. Jay says my parents' house is a carpeted basement washroom. It's so weird. We were talking about carpet before the show. Or was
I've
that during
seen,
the
like-
show? I can't remember.
When I used to work in mortgage, we would look at the appraisal photos, and I cannot tell you the number of times I saw carpeted bathrooms, like up to the toilet.
Yeah.
There is no way that's sanitary.
I think I've told the story, but one of my friends growing up had a carpeted bathroom like upstairs in his house. It also had a Nintendo and a television within reach of the toilet, which I always thought was hella cool.
Yeah, no, that's just great service. So
Just an extra Nintendo, like
yeah.
for shitting, I guess.
Yeah,
My
but
mom
like
now we
used
have
to
the
keep
Switch.
TV.
that
You can take 'em to-
controller.
Yeah, but now we're all just playing games.
Rachel, don't put
and-
the controller in your mouth, okay? Like, you know.
Oh, is that not how you use yours? Oh, okay. Well,
At least the
that's
Switch
embarrassing for me.
isn't communal, theoretically. You know what I mean? It's not like to Rachel's point. Yeah, you know, whatever. Casey, what do we got on threads tonight?
We
Wait.
got one. Oh.
Patreon.com/bloodygoodhorror. If you would
There you
like to
go.
see a live episode of this show and comment in real time.
Yeah. And join our Slack through Patreon.
Yes.
That's where the fun stuff happens. All right, we got one thread out there tonight from Jace once again. BGH Classics, episode 381, Southbound. Eric and Joe get in an argument about Massachusetts versus New Jersey. Eric says Mass wins because it has Harvard. John chimes in that Rutgers is the Harvard of New Jersey. Apparently, nobody on the crew has heard of Princeton.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then he goes on to say also, 400 episodes in, Eric keeps referring to John's Duke degree as Ivy League. Duke is a great school, but words mean something, and it isn't in the Ivy League. Meanwhile, no mention that John's MBA from Wharton actually is part of the Ivy League.
Do you know
I
what's
mean, to be
so...
fair, I might not have had the MBA at that point. I can't remember. You know, we'd have. To
I didn't
check the
even
dates.
know John hadn't. First of all, never heard of Warden in my life. I'm being dead ass honest and serious when I say that. But I can hear and be like, okay, that sounds like a big deal. Didn't even know he had that until he got the gig at the horror section, and that's how Eli was introducing him at. Like we saw the video of you at the con, and he was talking about
Yeah.
it, and I was like, he went to Duke. What are you talking about? Yeah, Ralph. I was like, I don't. I learned.
Look, they're all great schools, and I'm sure I corrected Eric on Duke being not an Ivy League school at some point, and then I just gave up. So you know, it's fine. Thank you, Jace. It's fine.
That's it for threads this week.
All right. Heading over to Instagram. Oh, we got some questions. All right, let's see. Oh. Stand by. Don't even say it, John. Leave me alone. Rory, when was the last time you cleaned under your bed? That only happens when I'm moving. Pretty much. I also have children, and their bed's like you can't even see the floor under their beds. It's horrible.
We have underbed storage. Like there's like these like Tupperware containers, and like so
That can actually kind of help keep the shit from under the bed.
no. Well, that's where I was going. Is like you do pull them out. There's some dust on them, and you wipe stuff off, and so it's like I don't know. It's not been like properly cleaned in a while, but
Our bed frame's like solid and has drawers in it, so there's nothing under there.
Mine's a mess, I'm sure. I have 2 cats that hide from me under there because they think I'm a murderer, so I'm sure it's just all cat hair. Yeah,
that's
not
where the
rewarding
spiders
those
live, Rachel,
cats.
so.
You know, hopefully they're down there hunting them. And please don't say that. Ugh. The other day I opened the dishwasher and it was like a Halloween gag spider just dropped in front of my face and I screamed. You motherfucker.
Brian Wolford, what monster lives under your bed?
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I still retain a little bit of childhood fear of like a basement monster. Like if I'm coming up out of the basement and turn the light off, I'm scooting up the stairs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, come on. Once the
There
lights
is
are
that
off,
like when you miss the light switch, there's like that little split second of ah.
Yeah. And I haven't done it for a while, but like well into adulthood, there's times that I would make sure to get up and close the closet door too, if the left it open.
Oh, you're definitely not
Or
sleeping with the
like if you
closet
walk
door
in a
open.
room and the light you have to hit is like across the room and you got to walk across the dark room, just like, I mean, there's clearly going to be a ghost in here when I turn this light on.
Yeah, and you do that power walk across the room.
I actually miss that. That was like horror movies have kind of like killed that part of my brain. But when I was like, I can remember the last time being really, really scared after seeing The Ring, and I would be in the shower washing one eye at a time. I was like, Smart ain't sneaking up on me. Like, and I kind of miss that little like, ooh, you got from that childhood fear. Now it's just like, you know, financial stress, existential stress. My body is collapsing out from underneath me stress. I just want to be scared of
I
Bloody
somehow
Mary again.
still have that like that though. Oddly
You do?
enough, that, like,
You wash one
childhood-
eye at a time in the shower? Or?
No.
You try it. It's very relieving.
I was thinking about the mechanics of that as you were saying it.
And then you rinse it, and then
Also,
but
I'm not.
doesn't
Wait, I'm not washing my eye.
you got to go
the other thing. I
vertical,
was
not
like-
horizontal. You got to
You're
go
washing
vertical
your
with it.
eye,
Yeah, in the shower.
like your
I'm
eyelid?
not like scrubbing
'Cause
my
of
Do you
eyes.
not
Makeup?
wash your eyes?
Was it like a makeup thing? Yeah, that's
What?
how I
I'm
was
pretty
thinking.
sure the eyes are like a self-washing system.
Your
Which
eye-
they're
oh,
literally
what?
wet.
No, but like,
All right,
like,
how
I'm-
greasy are them lids?
The eyelids,
You
not
gotta
your
wash
eyeballs.
They're
I'm
not
just, like, doing the
sweating.
soap
I
and you
wash.
just rub your
Yeah,
face.
I give my eyebrows and my face. I'm not.
What about
That's
your
insane.
eyelashes?
You're rubbing soap in your eyes.
not
No, the
inside my eye.
eyelids.
What,
These are crazy.
What
That's
sort of
batshit
dust? Like
crazy.
what kind of like you know you get like mites and stuff in your lashes. You gotta
Yeah,
get the oils out of.
Okay, but I'm not rubbing soap in
okay.
my eyes. Even
Comments?
closed.
This is
No, but
crazy. This is like the not
I
washing
get
your
the
feet in
soap
the
in
shower.
my
shit
hands.
all
No,
over.
don't
Of
even.
course you
don't,
wash your eyes.
Don't. That is a straw man. Don't even bring that argument here.
You get the soap on your hands and
is
you just rub your
apples for
face. I don't
apples.
understand.
See, I go shampoo to lathering up the beard, and then
What
you just
happens
move
with
up
this
and
part of your
scrub the.
yeah, I'm
then you
washing my
just keep
face
going
and my
scrub the
eyebrows, but
face.
not specifically my eyelids.
So when you're
Yeah,
washing your
Jace,
face,
I
you're like
understand,
this
like,
and like
lady,
this, but
like,
you don't
there's
do
makeup.
this.
Over my
this?
eyes? No, just here, just my eyebrows.
What? I mean, that's Jace. Yes, of course, some women wear stuff on their eyelids that men don't. But even on days where I wear no makeup, I know it's shocking I wear makeup. I'm such a natural beauty. But on days where I don't wear makeup,
Levi says he thoroughly washes his eyelids.
of course you wash your eyelids. There's sweat glands and oil glands on your eyelids. I mean, how are you not just a festival of eye styes? I don't understand.
My eyes are great, other than being blind, but that's just astigmatism.
Maybe
I think the soap would
Maybe
make it
it's-
worse.
maybe it's moss. I don't know what to tell you. Wash them lids, folks.
I
And
don't know what
moisturize them.
What a sty is.
It's like a buildup of bacteria and dirt in your eyelash follicles.
Never had one.
Well, let's hope we didn't summon one.
That's
Like-
funny because I do all over in the eyelids, and then
I'm
I
gonna
squeegee
think about
off
this.
the eyelids while the rest of the face.
I'm gonna
soaks.
think about this in the shower tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to wash the lids. I mean, it's skin.
Don't
Everywhere you
compare
have
it to not
skin.
washing your feet, though. Feet are like a notoriously stinky body part that sits in socks and shoes all day and touches the ground.
Do we
You
only
cannot
wash
tell
the
me
stinky
there's-
parts of our bodies, or do
No,
we
but
wash
you
our
can't
whole
tell
body?
me there's an equivalency there.
I mean, I kind of feel like you wash it all. Like armpits, elbows, nose, eyes.
I just do the George
Feet.
Carlin. What is the old George Carlin bit? Armpits, asshole, crotch, and teeth.
I don't know if I've heard that. Okay.
Basically, he's saying like if you don't work out, you don't need to like take a full shower every day as long as you hit all the main parts.
I
guess.
still like to shower.
No, I shower
but, yeah.
at least once a day. I'm just saying.
Just not your filthy ass eyelids.
Jace, I don't specifically wash my eyelids. They get included with the face cloth general cleaning. I'm not using a face
Yeah,
cloth
I'm not
either.
saying I'm like, all right, tonight is eyelid night, and I just really get in there. I'm just saying, as part of the washing of the face, the eyelids is a part, but it's also so when I was scared, they were more featured because I was doing them one at a time. But it's part of the whole face.
I mean, definitely when I'm like rinsing.
behind your
right,
ears?
I'm probably hitting them when I rinse with some soap, but like I'm not soaping
See,
them
this
up.
is like the foot thing then, where you're expecting the soap to just run over
Yes,
the feet
but once again, feet smell. Eyelids don't smell.
that you know of.
I would know
Go
if I
sniff an
sniffed the
eyelids. Let's find out.
Everybody
God.
thinks Eric's got dark circles under his eyes because he's tired, but it's
It's
just
just
years
dirt.
of funk.
It's
I
just
wash
grime.
under my eye. Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
so you wash under them, but not over them. Okay, interesting. That's just, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
I'm sorry. Yeah, figure this out.
Emprezia, who on the show has the biggest Mads crush?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
have
say
a
it's
fairly-
not me, probably. Like,
Yeah, and probably not me. I mean, I like him, but
I think it's either me or Eric.
no, he's great. Like,
I mean, he is so daddy.
yeah. Well, I think, but he was Valhalla Rising, right? Wasn't that him? If you want to go deep cut BGH Classic, I think I was like big fan.
sorry, I'm more of a Joel McHale type.
Interesting. I am not. This is where our desires diverge.
There you go.
I'm sure he's a lovely person.
Last one, Polly Muller. How often do you vacuum?
Well, we all know I have a robot that does it for me, so every day.
Yeah. We actually have a cleaning person that comes once a week and vacuums, and then we vacuum on the weekends because our kids are, real gross.
Normally it's like a once a week thing, but since I've been unemployed and filled with anxiety, it's like every hour.
Nice. Nice. No dust bunnies in there.
No. Got to have something to do.
Okay. We did it,
All
Eric.
right.
Is that all of them?
Cool. What do we do next week?
We got lots of options.
I'm down for that Sam Raimi thing. We're gonna do that this week, but like I just couldn't make it out to the theater. But I can definitely do it this week.
Oh, it looks like, I guess Whistle is going wide this week.
Yep. Whistle. If we want to do VOD, Twisted. Although who knows? What else? There's the We Bury the
Wait.
Dead.
This is important. Is it twisted with an S or twisted with a Z?
I think an S, but it could be a Z.
Because if it's with a Z, that means it's going to be Juggalo related.
Oh, then S. Yeah.
Well, I've already seen Send Help, so I am.
Well, I've already seen Whistle.
happy for
Now
us to do
what?
that. Look, sounds good. I'm just saying. But yeah, we can take this offline.
Okay.
No, let's do this online for a really long time until
Yeah.
it gets weird.
We'll intersperse some more bathing habits in there.
We
Yeah.
might
Keep
be-
you guys
we might
We'll
be
find out
ready
what
now.
else Eric doesn't wash. Feet, eyelids.
I'm very clean. I take 2 showers a day in the summer. Thank you very much.
Just teasing.
All right. That's going to do it for BGH this week. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll talk to you soon.
See you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.